I found out that my mother-in-law plans to move in with us because she is a Pakistani-in-law, but now she's making outrageous demands and I've had enough. My husband and I have been married for nearly 2 years, and we have a 10-month-old son. We live in Canada, where I was born and raised. My parents live nearby, which has been a blessing during my pregnancy and postpartum. My mom regularly visits and helps with our son, and she gets along well with my husband. His parents, however, live in Pakistan. We've only visited them once since our wedding, which also took place there. A few weeks ago, my husband mentioned his mom might come visit us soon. I was actually excited. I'd worked hard decorating our new home and looked forward to hosting her in our spacious guest room, but then things changed. My husband began complaining about how detailed the visa application was. I asked why it was so intense, and he casually mentioned it was not a regular one, meaning she could stay up to 2 years. I was stunned. I'd assumed she was staying for a month, maybe 6 weeks at most, just like we had when visiting her. I asked him to apply for the regular visa instead. He pushed back, saying his mom was thinking of retiring and wanted to help with our baby. I told him we didn't need that kind of help. We had things under control. I also said I'd be happy to host her as a guest, not have her live with us for months or years. He got upset and said it wasn't fair that my mom could come by often while his mom couldn't visit freely. I pointed out that my mom goes home at the end of the day, unlike his mom would. That night, he slept on the couch and barely spoke to me. Update 1. After days of cold shoulders, I finally asked him to talk. I told him that I was his wife and the mother of his child. We had to be able to communicate. I stood firm. If his mom wanted to stay longer than a couple of months, she'd need her own place, transportation, and independence. I told him this couldn't be some vague, see how it goes plan. He said I was being inflexible and asked why I couldn't do this one favor if I loved him. That hurt. I cried and explained that having her here long term would hurt our marriage, our sex life, and our parenting choices. Eventually, we compromised. He'd apply for the regular visa, maximum 6 months, and if things went well, we could reassess later. He had a long phone call with his mom and sister in the backyard. Afterward, he told me not to answer their messages. I'd already received several missed calls and 20+ messages filled with Islamic quotes about the rights of parents. I told him I'd respond later. He wasn't cold anymore, and that felt like progress. Update 2. I called my mother-in-law with the phone on speaker so my husband could listen. She said she knew I must have influenced my husband to restrict her visit to just a month. I said it was a joint decision. She didn't listen and told me I wasn't living up to my Pakistani and Islamic roots. At that point, my husband took the phone from me. He went outside to talk to both his parents. I eavesdropped. He told them he hadn't hidden that I was Canadian-born and that they couldn't expect us to live like a traditional Pakistani household. He emphasized that she was still welcome for 1 month. When he came back, he apologized for his mom's behavior and thanked me for still being willing to host her. I agreed to continue with the 1-month plan, though I wasn't as excited about it anymore. Knowing I wasn't alone and feeling uncomfortable helped a lot. We celebrated Eid with my family. It was our son's first one, and we dressed him in traditional clothes. I sent photos to my mother-in-law as usual. Her response crushed me. She said this was the danger of marrying someone from outside Pakistan, that my parents get her son and grandson while she gets nothing. It was like she regretted our marriage. I didn't reply. I showed my husband the message, and he apologized and thanked me for not engaging. I didn't even tell my mom about it because I knew she'd lose it. I was still planning to host my mother-in-law in April, but now I was dreading it. Update 3. Today, my husband told me her visa was rejected. He said it was likely due to a lack of strong ties to Pakistan, which made the visa officer think she wouldn't return. I felt relieved, like a weight was lifted. I tried to act disappointed for his sake, but inside I was so thankful. He said his mom was devastated and even asked if we could move to Pakistan. When he said no, she suggested we relocate to the UAE so we could raise our family in a proper Islamic environment. He told her it wasn't happening but agreed to talk to an uncle about job leads, just to avoid shutting her down completely. I disagreed with that, but I let it go. I plan to call her tomorrow just to offer some sympathy. I had prepared myself to host her, and now I won't have to, but this whole ordeal has left me feeling sad. Our relationship is damaged, and I don't think it'll ever be the same. We'll have to visit Pakistan more often now since she can't visit us, and we already have a trip planned for December for my BIL's wedding. Even though it was emotionally exhausting and has definitely changed how I view my mother-in-law, I feel like I protected my boundaries and my peace, and at least my husband and I came out of it on the same page.